Israel has the right to defend itself and its people. Full stop.
Hamas terrorists aren't a resistance. They're not freedom fighters. They are terrorists.
Well, this is an abhorrent attack on Israel. This is indiscriminate.
Hamas and the people that support Hamas are fully responsible for appalling acts of terrorism.
Though Israel didn't start this war, Israel will finish it.
The United States stands with Israel. We will not ever fail to have their back. We'll make sure that they have the help their citizens need and they can continue to defend themselves. You know, the world's seen appalling images. Thousands of rockets in the space of hours raining down on Israeli cities. Israel has the right to defend itself and its people. Full stop. There's never justification for terrorist attacks. And my administration's support for Israel's security is rock solid and unwavering. Let me say this as clearly as I can. This is not a moment for any party hostile to Israel to exploit these attacks to seek advantage. The world is watching.
Right, so on Middle East, look, many of you will have seen what's happened over the past 36 hours in Israel, and the scenes are truly, truly horrifying. And as I said yesterday, this is not a time for equivocation. Right? We should just be straightforward in what's happening here. And that's that Hamas and the people that support Hamas are fully responsible for appalling acts of terrorism. We should call it out for what it is. Citizens of Israel are being murdered. Innocent people have been kidnapped, including children. Obviously, that's shocking and it's horrifying, and they should be held accountable for that. And what I've said to the Israeli Prime Minister is that we will provide all the support that they need to make sure that Israel can defend itself against these kinds of attacks.
Well, this is an abhorrent attack on Israel. This is indiscriminate. Civilians being targeted, killed and murdered, and as well, many of them being taken as hostages. This is a dreadful circumstance that people didn't see coming, wasn't foreshadowed, a shock attack. And this action is ongoing. It must stop. Israel has a right to defend itself, which is what it is doing. Well, of course, people are worried about escalation, but Israel has a right to defend itself, and it will be doing so. This is an attack on Israel by Hamas that has no precedent for what is occurring here.
The glorification of death and violence and terror has no place anywhere, including, especially, here in Canada. So let me be very clear. Hamas terrorists aren't a resistance. They're not freedom fighters. They are terrorists, and no one in Canada should be supporting them, much less celebrating them. Canada, unequivocally and in the strongest possible terms, condemns these terrorist attacks perpetrated by Hamas. We stand with Israel and reaffirm our support for Israel's right to defend itself in accordance with international law.
This attack by Hamas on Israel is terrible, and it is barbaric. In these dark hours for the Jewish state, we, Germany and France, stand firmly by Israel's side. I personally assured Prime Minister Netanyahu of this yesterday. Terror will not win, hatred will not triumph, violence will not triumph. As the Chancellor has just said, I would also like to express once again my solidarity and indeed our full solidarity with Israel. I have already had the opportunity after Saturday to speak again this morning with Prime Minister Netanyahu. Germany and France stand together at the side of the Israeli people in these tragic moments. Fighting terrorism is a joint task for us, together with Israel and our international partners. There is no justification and no explanation for it.